So, Mr. Simon Jordan, this media agenda that you insist exists around Jose Mourinho, where do we stand in that now? I mean, if they win the Carabao Cup, Tottenham, and they're in the final of it now, does that not instantly change the negative narrative and apparent media agenda that seems to persist around Mourinho?
I don't think there's a media agenda. I think there's a slight bias at times and a slight manner in which it's reported. And
you said the words media agenda last week.
I didn't know. It was a couple of weeks ago, and it was in conjunction with some reporting that I thought was really, really poor on Amazon by one of your colleagues, or one of your former colleagues. I know it's actually Gabby Logan, wasn't it, who took something that Jose Mourinho didn't say out of context and shoved it in front of Jurgen Klopp as a mechanism to perhaps report what Jose Mourinho does and doesn't do in a certain fashion, which I thought was inappropriate. Look, Mourinho divides people's opinions because of the nature of his personality and because of the outlook that he has at certain times and because of the way that he operates. Is it negative to comment on Mourinho? Only if the manner in which you represent the information is slightly biased. And I thought in the example that we did a couple of weeks ago, where they had played Liverpool, he had made a comment to Klopp. The comment that he had made to Klopp was misrepresented and then misquoted, and even Klopp reacted to saying, well, he didn't say that to me. He said to me the better team won, not about my histrionics on the sideline. So is there a negative slant towards Mourinho? I think Mourinho, because of the nature of his personality, because of the achievements he has, and because of the style of play which he now has embarked upon and settled on, because when he took Chelsea over in 2004, he didn't have this style of play. He has a pragmatic way of winning football matches. And because we now live in a societal outlook towards football, which is we have to have it played in a certain way, it doesn't appeal to the narrative that football has to be played in a certain way. Winning football, in my view, is winning football. So
will all these Mourinho critics that exist in your head and your head only, incidentally, will they disappear into the ether if Mourinho gets his hands on the Carabao Cup?
They're not in my head. I mean, you could look at the default setting from Danny Kelly, who's a great mate of mine, when Mourinho rocked in to Tottenham.
He doesn't like you.
He admires me greatly, as do you. And when he rocked into Tottenham, there was a default setting that Mourinho will do this and Mourinho will do that. I think, without a shadow of a doubt, he's one of the greatest managers that has ever existed in football. And if you look at his achievements, they're beyond peer. I don't think anybody has gone into 4 different countries and done what he's done. But he divides opinion because of the nature of his personality. So there is a slight tendency to try and take people like Mourinho down. Now, if that means it's a media bias, then it's a media bias.